Welcome back to the Dojo Build series. I'm Matt, and my channel is all about karate and its lifestyle. If you've been following along, we've already restored dumbbells and refurbished the dumbbell racks. I've been planning to move things around, install a custom floating shelf, and give the dojo a fresh new look. Now, let's get into it. The first step is getting everything out of the way. I start by unloading the dumbbells, kettlebells, and remaining equipment. Using furniture pads, I begin the effort of pushing this heavy steel shelf across the basement. Once I get the shelf into position, I lift each corner and place small pieces of rubber mats under each foot. This helps with leveling and absorbs the impact from dropping the weights. With that done, I reload the kettlebells, shi-ishi, ishi-sashi, and slam balls. This corner felt bare and kind of awkward with its jut out. The floating shelf was the perfect solution. I found a local maker on Etsy to craft a custom red oak shelf and brackets. The first step was to carefully measure the brackets. With limited room for error, I made precise measurements and recorded the dimensions. Then, I set up the laser level on a tripod and aligned it with the chosen height. Using painter's tape, I traced a line along the laser level and ran a stud finder across the wall to mark each stud. Unfortunately, one bracket location required a drywall anchor. Installing a floating shelf typically requires blocking behind the wall for proper support. But in this case, I'm only using the existing studs and anchors, which avoids me having to cut the wall open since the shelf is only holding a few light items. After transferring the measurements to the tape, I pre-drilled the holes, installed the wall anchor, and mounted the bracket. The moment of truth came when I slid the shelf into place. With only 1/8 of an inch of play between the wall and the corner. It took some negotiation, but the shelf fit perfectly. Now I can move all 3 racks into place. Once all lined up, I put all the dumbbells back onto the racks. With the functional pieces in place, it's time for the final touches. I hired a contractor to replace the old pot lights in the basement with new ones. It brightens up the dojo and gives it a clean, modern look. I also added a few decor items. And displayed another set of swords on the floating shelf. And that's it. Transforming the dojo piece by piece has been incredibly rewarding. And I hope it inspires you to take on your own space. Thanks for joining me on this journey as we pursue together.